hello. Welcome to Chitt, Chatt. I am Laura Knight, and today I'm going to interview Juanita Euka. She's an amazing singer. She's an amazing songwriter also. So yeah, I can see that you are starting to join. Okay. So yes, I was saying that today I'm gonna interview Juanita Euka. And first of all, I wanted to tell you a little about Chitt Chat. So Chitt Chat is an open space that was created with all the lockdown and all, for the COVID-19 epidemic. And so the idea is to have the opportunity to talk with artists and to get to know them a little better and to get to know better their job, their work also. So please, if you have any question, could you type it while I'm doing the interview? So I will ask them towards the end of the chat.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Excellent. Hello.
Thank you so much for being at Chitt Chat today. I'm so happy to have you here. And
thank you for having me.
About your interview.
Thank you. Let me just adjust this.
Yeah, okay.
So I can really hear. Great. Oh, it's exciting. Anyway, yeah.
I know that you have some exciting news to share with us.
Yeah.
But would you rather just leave that for the end of the interview?
Yes, we'll leave it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi.
So, the first
Excellent.
questions will be, could you tell us a little about you, about your work, about your music, and yes. So who is Juanita Euka?
Juanita Euka, it's me here. I'm a singer. I grew up in Argentina, very young. I was born in Madrid, so I spent all my childhood in Latin America. Then my parents moved in London, and I always been passionate about singing for a very long time, like since I was a kid. And I took it really seriously, obviously. And so when I came to London, I was like in my teens, and ever since I've been here in London, and I began my career many years ago, and here I am. Good. Yeah.
How you will define your music?
I have different sounds, and I think because, your environment influences you. So at home when I was very young, my dad would play stuff like from Frank Sinatra to like Congolese rumba to like Brazilian music. We used to travel a lot to Brazil, so there was a lot of combinations of different sounds that I got accustomed to. And even I really loved Argentinian rock music, things like that, tangos, which I began singing like that professionally in London. So it's a variety of different sounds, that I got inspired. Yeah.
It's really
Hola, Auntie! Don't say hello to everybody.
Yeah. So yes, I was saying before you connect that this idea become like to have the opportunity to talk with artists while we were with this lockdown due to the COVID-19. So what were you doing with the lockdown started?
So what was I doing? I was basically I was meant to go to Cuba.
Wow. Oh.
I was meant to go to Cuba with Wada. We were meant to play at the World Music Festival of Havana. Exciting opportunity. We were really excited to go. Everything was planned. Everything.
Wow.
Even we had a gig before going, to Havana, and then we got together like on a chat on WhatsApp with the band, and we're like, you know what, we can't fly. Madrid is on lockdown, and we were like, if we go, it was like a mission impossible. Like, if we go, how are we gonna come back? And
Yes.
But then at the end of it all, the festival decided to cancel the concert, because of obvious reasons, and that really, then things were really, it started to get much serious, and then we thought, it's best not to travel. Yeah. So then I began my lockdown really early, so since I stayed home, it's really sad for many people. Then it became like a domino effect. Everybody had having the same thing, all musicians losing out work and stuff like that. And yeah, it was like that. And so I stayed home all that
Oh,
time. Just
so
so,
you were going
hey
to
guys,
go to Cuba with this group with Wara,
with Wada. Yeah, with Wada.
Wara. So could you tell us a little about Wara?
Well, Wada is a Cuban band based in London. We celebrate Cuban music. We also celebrate Latin American music, and we try to defend the lives of Latino people in London and the UK and whole of the Europe, you know, that feeling of being outside of your home country, right? And Wada is a band that I've been working for like now 9 years. It's 9 years.
Wow, it's a long
Yeah,
time.
and is the band leader is Eliane Correa, and she's the one that leads the band, and we have the 6 people in the band. Throughout the years, we had different members, all amazing people that we've been working with for many, many years. And it's just a great little network of a community of musicians. Like, it doesn't matter where you come from, but if you're passionate about Latin music and you can play that music and you do it with all your heart and soul. And I met people from everywhere, like they do Latin music, and I think Wada has that, and also, like, you know, celebrating the Cuban traditions of, you know, that music. I'm in love with that music, and yeah, I could talk about Wada forever. Like, Wada is like
It really
yeah,
sounds
it's
like
like a
amazing, amazing. So now that we are, you know, like inside our houses, all of us, what's the thing that you miss the most about performing, about live, live performance?
live performance. The main thing that I miss the most is that connection that I get with the audience, that connection with the people, that it's just that there's something special that happens when I'm on stage and I see people having a great time, and it's like it's always they're feeding you back something and you give him something back. I really miss that. And also I miss being like, with the band and with the guys, like having that feeling, that thing that when you're on stage, I do miss that a lot. I think you can only get there on stage. You can record at home, but then it's a different stress. But there's things like, you forget about, that's the great thing about being on stage. You just forget about yourself. It's not about you anymore. It's about the music, it's about the people, it's about the energy, and it's about discovering things about yourself. And that's the thing that I miss the most, the people and stuff. So yeah.
I really like that you say, like, it's not about you anymore. It's
No,
about the
it's
music
not.
and the people.
It's about
It's
music.
about the
Yeah.
connection.
We are like, I think performers, musicians, we are like the how would I say, the delivery person, the person that delivers that. We just go through it, and then music, it comes through us to other people, and other people communicating with other people, and that's, I think there's a human aspect for that. I always get really deep when when I go into that. But
No,
yes,
but
there's
I
a
think,
huge element of spirituality and things like
yeah,
that happens.
I really think that get together to listen music, or to go to the theater, to have a experience going together to some place, have something very, very human
Yeah,
in it, very
exactly.
ancestral, no? Like
Yeah.
from a very, very long time, and music is
Mm-hmm.
some of the oldest thing we've been doing as human
Exactly.
beings. So,
Yep,
so
definitely.
yeah. I wanted to ask you. So you are a musician, you are a singer, but you are also you also write your songs. So where do you find your inspiration? When you are writing your songs.
Um, Everywhere. Like, life is life. It could be like an experience that I felt, especially if something that I've been feeling inside is a way of me expressing or getting that thing out of yourself. It's like therapy. So when you're talking to a therapist, you go to therapy, and then you're talking to your therapist and say like what everything's coming out. It's the same thing with songwriting. It's like everything that you're feeling inside coming out, like you're spitting everything out. And that's how I find it with songwriting. And I began writing when I was quite young, but I was writing poems. So I remember finishing primary school in Argentina, and I was starting secondary school, and we all had to like write something about how it was all these years in primary school and things like that. And that's how I began writing, and I didn't even know, I wasn't aware that of anything that I was doing, but I was like putting my emotions into paper, that, you know, teachers, you know, they looked at it and were like, oh, this is pretty good. So I was pretty good at it, and without even knowing, you know. So then you see that when you put your feelings down, it's a nice way to digest that, and then it becomes like a painting, but you're writing it.
Wow,
So
wow, that's really,
yeah.
really beautiful. So your process is first words and after the music.
Sorry?
Your process for your creative process is first the words and after you go to the music.
It can be different sometimes. It can be like, I could be, inspiration just falls on your lap anytime. It's like an angel talking to you or something. It can happen at any time. It could be, sometimes it could be an emotion and then you're just feeling something, or sometimes it could be words. It could be anything, or sometimes it could be just a beat, or
Yeah.
whatever is in your mind, and then you can develop that idea, and then you have a song. Yeah.
Oh, that's really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And
can come anywhere.
yeah, I know that you were also you have been working with a group that is called Afrobeat Collective. Could you
London
talk
Afrobeat
us?
Collective.
Yeah. Could you take a talk about that a little? So we
Yeah.
know a little more about them.
So I joined the London Afrobeat Collective in 2016, and that was a year where my good friend Ellie, me and Ellie, were like, we have a bromance. She's like my you know, we have a bromance, but it's a sister romance.
Yeah.
And then she, that was a year she went to Barcelona for a bit, just to have a breather out of London. So I had quite a bit of a space in my calendar. Not many gigs, because I always worked, you know, we always worked together, me and Ellie. So I usually used to sing a lot at the Forge. So some people who are in the call, they might know about the Forge. If you know about the Forge, yeah. The Forge in Camden, which
Okay. Yeah.
Alex, the founder of the band, he used to run that bar, and there used to be these massive Cuban parties, like Cuban massive like jams, and I used to go there and sing a lot. So he kind of seen me there, and then we kind of like started talking, and then he said to me, you know what, there's the singer in our band, she wants to start a new career as an actress, and she's going to go to school, and we need a singer. And I was like, okay, my calendar is empty, why not? And then I took the work. I took the work, and also because they were traveling abroad, and that really caught my eye to let me try go out to another territory, and also because fundamentally I really love Fela Kuti. Like, I'm very passionate about his work, Afrobeat music. I'm very passionate about African. I'm African by nature, and you know, though I have so many cultures in me, and I've always been passionate about it. And it was really interesting to join a band that really celebrates Fela's music and African music. And I thought, why not do that and also write music? And it happened that I recorded our album called Humans, and I wrote with the whole band. We've been writing collectively, and I've been putting my ideas, something that I've never done before, that type of thing, you know. And it's been a great experience gigging abroad. I've pretty much done the whole of Spain.
Wow.
We've gigged everywhere, en el norte, en el sur, Madrid, everywhere. Like, yeah.
So what
yeah.
is the most peculiar place you've been with this group? You've been
Oh.
performing. It's the most peculiar.
There was there was a peculiar place. I can't remember the name. This is such a good question. We went somewhere in France. It was a tiny festival, and it was very beautiful. It looked like Wales or something, and that was quite peculiar. They had like proper like folk French music, and then you get this Afrobeat band. But the reception was pretty cool. I didn't think that people would get down, but they went crazy. That was a peculiar place.
Wow. Thank you very much. So I wanted to ask also, so now what are your plans once that this situation finishes, and what are your next projects?
Yeah, so my next project, basically I've been working on one of my songs, an original song called Alma Seca. And so this song is crazy because this has been happening like today. Like, I don't know if some people are connected here. You can see on my I want to say wall, but that's Facebook. But you know, on the thing. My post, my latest post. basically the song is being featured on a very famous TV series called Killing Eve. So
Wow.
there's a 30-second bit that you can hear the song. So I've been recording the song, I've mixed it and mastered it, got a music video, I've got everything together now, and at the same time,
That's a really,
just not
really
longer.
big production. That's
It's
amazing.
yeah, it's crazy.
Congratulations, because that's
Thank you.
really, really great.
Thank you. And it's been crazy because that was in the beginning of the year when I got to do this gig with Leah drummer. Connect with her. She's amazing. My best mate forever for life. And Jose Manuel Ortiz, he guitarist, awesome, talented guitarist. And the song I wrote it with Greg Sanders, another awesome musician, which I've signed a record deal with Strat Records. Like
Wow.
about just I think not long ago. So just all this happened just now. It's really exciting. It's like, oh, this is happening. But I'm really excited. Yeah.
Really, really, really great. Really, really great.
So they've basically they've got a single coming out, and the Killing Eve, it will be on national TV in the UK this Sunday if you don't have BBC iPlayer. So it's just exciting, and the most exciting thing for me is like having this record that that finally it's like it's been my long-term goal of my life, of my entire existence as a singer, to get a record.
A very important moment in your career.
Yeah, and so I'm embracing it. So that's gonna be next, the album and all that stuff.
I'm gonna take the questions we have. I just gonna make you a question. I'm gonna go to the kitchen a second because something is smelling like burn. So I don't know what's going on. I just gonna check one of the questions, and before my house gets on fire, I will check.
Oh my God! only I can cut that effect. El cuarto de Tula le cogió candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Oh my goodness, I was like, what's that smell? Okay, so I'm gonna take some questions.
This is amazing. Ten cuidado, porque la candela quema. Questions.
So
Be kind.
I have a question for here for you. Do you sing in Spanish or English?
Both, and French too. I also sing in Lingala, which is the dialect from the Congo, where I'm from originally. So when I was a kid, I spoke Lingala a little bit when I think I did, but I don't remember anymore. But all I remember, my dad wanted me to speak more French, and then in school I spoke Spanish. So it's been like that all of my childhood till I was a teenager. Then English was added, and then now we speak everything.
Wow. I don't know
but that's all family.
Works.
Like my dad, when I speak to my dad, we speak in Spanish and French, but usually a lot of Spanish because I always spoke to him in Spanish, right? But he doesn't speak English because when he moved here, he never liked, he was really straight up. He said, you come here, go to school, but I'm not really into here. Like he already knew about the weather. He saved himself and left us.
Is he still living here in UK?
No, he lives in Gabon. He lives in Gabon, and he's always been like in Latin America. He began his career in Spain, so that's why there's all the connection with the Spanish world. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna see if we have any other question.
No, any more questions?
No, I'm checking. So, have you always been supported by your family with your artistic career?
Yeah, at the beginning, it was weird for my parents because I was quite young when I really, when you're young and you're taking a career like music, they were quite scared at first. But I think what happened was I really put my work, like I just did my work, like I just worked my ass off. But also like in a way, you teach your parents about yourself and what you want, and then I think they start to understand a little bit. And also, I come from a musical family, so my dad's cousin is Franco Luambo, a very famous
Okay.
Congolese musician who played guitar, and he had his own band called OK Jazz, which he, in the beginning of his career, he got really inspired with the, the Cuban music, that he brought Cuban music to the Congo. And then there's me doing Cuban music, and I'm from the Congo. It's crazy, like the connection. And I say it's been a bit of both, like teaching them and also, parents always going to be a bit scared at first. My parents,
Yeah.
but this is a long time ago, but they've
I
changed a
really
lot now.
love
They're quite
the
supportive.
sentence you said about that you need to teach your parents about yourself.
Yeah, you need to teach them, and then
It's because at the end you need to
they'll,
discover
they'll,
yourself, who you are,
yeah,
and let them know.
exactly. And we keep learning, because then I'll be like, yeah, but I need to do that gig. Oh, what's that? Or why, how come you're playing? Like when my dad came to Ronnie Scott's the first time, he was looking at my mom like, how did she get here? It was funny. It was funny, but, you know, they were all there. It was
Yeah.
intense, but it was funny. I laughed a
Okay,
lot.
I'm gonna go with the next question. So,
Yeah.
are you an independent artist? Do you manage yourself or do you have like management?
I'm independent. I manage myself, but I always always been open to collaborate with different musicians. And to me, I think it's really important as a singer or a musician is to be open to learn, because you always learn something new about yourself, and you learn something new about what you want to do. And I think it has expanded me as a singer to be exposed with working with different people, and you know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah. I don't know what else to say, but that's what it is.
Okay. So, another question from Greenbox Juice. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh! I don't want to see myself in the next 5 minutes. I see myself doing more music, keep doing music, making more records. I hope the world recovers, and I
Yeah.
hope that I don't know, I just hope great things for everyone, and for myself, and for everyone, but especially just keep doing music and keep growing as a musician. And there's nothing more that I want to do more than doing music. I just love it.
That really the answer, I think, isn't
That's the
it?
answer. Yeah, keep doing
Yeah,
music.
keep doing music. So, would you record a song in French?
Yeah, I used to with a band. I used to with a band called Malambo. I was going to say Afro Malambo, but Malambo is Afro-Peruvian music. When I started my career properly, like having like proper gigs and stuff like that, and I was like, I'm getting gigs now. And I used to do a lot of Edith Piaf stuff, and
Okay.
yeah, and that's something it's always open, that I do want to record in French. And some of my songs that I have, which I want to release obviously later in the year, I have songs that are in Lingala, in English, and Spanish all together. So I did that with one
I
song,
really
but we'll
I
see.
really love that, to have that mix of
Yeah, I'm like the
languages
Manu
in
Chao
your
of the
brain.
Congo,
Totally. You are the Juanita Chao.
or whatever, or Argentina, all mixed,
No,
all mixed.
but it's because it's not really only about languages, isn't it? It's like this is like a reflection of the mix of culture also that you have in your life. And
Yeah, and then you get to find people like that in London. People come from everywhere. There's people that come from South Africa. There's people that come from any part of Spain, Italy, anywhere in Latin America. Like we live in a city that people are from everywhere, and especially also a lot of people from Africa, a
yeah,
lot of people from the
totally.
Caribbean. So you have a lot of other
Yeah,
subcultures.
different
It's very
mixture,
multicultural.
different
Yeah.
baggage.
So
Yeah,
I feel
totally.
like it's the right place for me as a musician being here as well. That's what I was also wanting to stay here. It's been like really easy to stay here, like not to leave or whatever. It's getting a bit dark. The sun's gone down. My house is a bit dark.
Yeah. But I can see you. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So, where can we listen to your music?
Where you can listen to my music, there's London Afrobeat Collective, the band. There's the album Humans. I did an album with a band called Animans. It's called Exotic Other, the album, and you can hear me there on Spotify. If
And
you find me
Spotify.
Juanita Euka, you can find me there. With Wada, we have a single out called Tiempo, and also our album that we did years ago. If you want to hear it, it's called Live to Remain. So you can find some stuff there, and everything is on my bio as well, so you can click. It's quite easy.
I've been listening for some of your material on Spotify, and really it's amazing. I love it. It's so, I was like, you need to dance it. Like you can't stay still. You have to be, I was at home and
move.
like, wow,
you have to move. Yeah.
Really, it's like you make people move. Totally.
Yeah, I think
with your
I
music.
do. I try. But if they move, that's a good sign. I've done concert like in a place called Ghent in Belgium, and the audience were not much of dancing audience because it's their culture to be like, looking whatever, and and it was nice. You know what?
Countries.
People were saying to me they had a great time, but they were not dancing, but they had a great time, and I was like, okay, good.
Yeah, different cultures, we were saying.
Yeah, I impress everybody. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, so also I have another question here. Is when will your music video for your song featuring on Kill Eve be available?
1st of May.
Wow.
1st of May. Everything's coming out. The video, I'll be doing a lot of like posting this week, like how to pre-order and things like that. It's all on the mechanics with Strat Records, and I'm excited to be signed with Strat Records as well as a singer. Is insane. So 1st of May.
Well, so Juanita, will be there, waiting for the 1st of May to listen it. Congratulations again for your song in Clean It. It's a great show, and I think it's gonna be a complete difference in your life now, and I'm so excited to be in a way.
I'm excited, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
You. And so the interview is getting to the end. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. It's nice to see you properly after we're talking, and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So let's keep going through all these lockdowns.
Yeah, let's continue the lockdown in happiness and hope we go to the pub and not.
Totally. Yeah, let's go.
It's gonna be mayhem when that finishes. But let's keep positive. Let's stay positive.
Yeah, totally. Thank you very much, Juanita.
Gracias,
Bye.
Laura. Gracias.
Adios.
Ciao, ciao. Adios, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.
So this has been Juanita. Isn't she amazing? I think like you just go to Spotify and listen to her music. She's really, really, really great. And that has been everything for today. Tomorrow we are gonna have more interviews, 7:30. We have Maria Estevez, and that is all for today for me also. Okay, bye. Thank you very much. Hasta luego.